What's up, everyone? My name is Angelo, and I'm a passport brother who brought his fiancee from Vietnam to the United States. We got married, she's got a green card, and we are attempting to live our best life together. Now, my last video, I talked about how I believe, in more ways than one, Vietnam is the next emerging marketplace, but also the next emerging country to find friendly, wifeable women. And yes, I admit it, I am a little biased because my wife is Vietnamese. And, we dated for long distance dated since 2017. But just taking everything into consideration and looking at all of the variables and all of the countries and modern women and Western women and just all of the craziness going on with men and dating and women and weird, unreasonable expectations from men and first dates and just all of this craziness, I, I firmly believe that your next wife can literally come from Vietnam. That your best chances for a wife are in Vietnam. Now let me talk about a little thing. I've been following the manosphere for quite some time now, just like so many others of you. And there's a YouTuber who, set up stakes in Thailand, and he's got a very successful channel talking about um, moving to Thailand, vacationing in Thailand, the Passport Brothers movement in Thailand, and Thai women as a whole. And as I said, his channel is very, very successful. And I remember when he was still trying to get when he was still trying to get monetized. Now he's well into the tens of thousands. But just recently, he shot a video during um, a holiday called Tet. Tet is the celebration of the Lunar New Year, aka the Chinese New Year. But Tet is the celebration of the Lunar New Year in Vietnam. And so he and his fiance shot a video in uh, Vietnam, in Ho Chi Minh City. I think that was my first kind of realization that, but now maybe other people are starting to take note that Vietnam is the place to go, place to be, especially for a wife. Now, let's get to the emerging marketplace for a moment. Vietnam is on the cusp of uh, becoming the next Singapore. And if you know anything about history and anything about geopolitical uh, sociology, then you understand that Singapore was once just it was a fishing village, a freaking fishing village. Now it's like one of the top city states in the world, if not the top city state in the world, and businesses and countries from all over the world trying to conduct business in Singapore. Vietnam, with its coastal location in Southeast Asia, is poised to be the next Singapore. They are far more closer to that stage than Thailand, closer than the Philippines, much closer than Cambodia, and much closer than some other places. They are in the very close to being able to take out Taiwan as a manufacturing hub. You know how you see things made in China and then made in Taiwan, and now you see a lot of your daily items with the stamp made in Vietnam. And that, we're just at the beginning of that. And with that success comes a plethora of opportunities, especially for single men. So now let's roll back a little bit and let's talk about the women in Vietnam. Okay. One of my favorite YouTubers, who's now deceased, described the ideal woman for men as fit, feminine, and friendly. That describes most Vietnamese women to a T. Now, I'm not saying that someone out there is going to probably say, oh, well, this other people are like that too, whatever. But I'm talking about Vietnamese women. And I'm not shunning anything else. And the fact that I have to say that is annoying to me, and that's the last time I'm going to say that. Fit, friendly, and feminine. Fit, which means your weight is in proportion to your height and your body type. Feminine, which means you know how to behave and act like and look like a lady. Doesn't mean that you can't take care of yourself. It doesn't mean that you're not independent, but it means that you are ladylike. Friendly, it means that you welcome folks with a smile. It means that you, more often than not, you are happy. You are excited about life. You welcome things with open arms. Cooperative, which means you listen and you want to come to some sort of cohesive agreement with your partner. This is the general makeup of most Vietnamese women. There are some other traits that they have based on culture that you have to deal with. But in terms of those things, fit, feminine, friendly, and cooperative, that's who they are. You rarely ever see an overweight Vietnamese woman, at least not in Vietnam. Um, you rarely ever see a some ghetto loudmouth kind of obnoxious woman, at least not in Vietnam, because their culture doesn't, I won't say it doesn't allow that, but they don't agree with that type of lifestyle, particularly in women. They expect their men to go out and work, and they expect their women to be the support that the man needs to go out and work. That means that most Vietnamese women, they know how to cook, they're very good at cleaning, they know how to keep a tidy house, they know how to support their man, and they know how to do all of the things that make a house a home and a couple bonded in strength and unity. That's how they are raised. They're raised to find a man and then take care of that man so that man can go out into the world and come back and take care of them. It's hard to find that nowadays amongst modern women, and we all know that. There are just way too many examples of outrageous um, desires or outrageous claims of, they want men to spend $1,000 on a first date, on they don't even know them, and they expect a 20, 21, 22-year old man who's just getting a foot out into the business world, the corporate world, career, to spend the bulk of his money, dating women on a woman. That's utterly ridiculous. Um, but this is what's happening out there, and we have to find an alternate solution. And I'm presenting to you the wonderful opportunity of dating a Vietnamese woman who is fit, feminine, friendly, and cooperative. So you think about the things that you want in your woman, and you'll not have a difficult time finding it in a Vietnamese woman. Now, you always have to vet whomever you decide to date, you always have to do that. There's no one-stop shop for anything. You have to see character because people are they're raised differently, they have different experiences, they have different, all kinds of different things that perspectives that make them behave a certain way. So you have to do your vetting. You have to talk to them and understand them. And for me personally, that was one of the things that Nia, my wife, and I were able to do over many years, actually, because we were dealing with the USCIS thing. We were able to talk and we were able to come to terms with how we wanted to be together. Um, just recently, she came to work with me. I mentioned I work in a place called Little Saigon, so it's predominantly Vietnamese. And there's a young lady there who I met with, who actually I ended up buying Nia's engagement ring and wedding band from, and they got along really, really well. As a matter of fact, everybody at work they love Nia, and they always say that she's perfect for me. And I always wondered what they meant, but this young lady, her name is Jenny, she put it into perfect words. She told Nia that she's perfect for me because she's so ladylike and she's so soft and she's always smiling, she's always welcoming people, and she said that that's exactly what a man like me needs because I work in an environment where I have to be firm and I have to be strict and I have to basically not take any shit. And I don't want to leave that and then go home and deal with a woman who's giving me shit. And so there's a perfect fit so that when I walk away from work, I don't have to be so hard and firm anymore because I've got this nice soft woman who wants a hug, who wants a kiss, who has made dinner for me, who has cleaned the house. She's walked my dogs, or my dogs have walked her because they're almost bigger than she is. Um, but you know, it's a good match, and that's what I think all men need to be looking for. We need to look for someone who complements who we are, so that we can go out in the world and we can, battle the demons and the evil and the giants and stuff out there in the world, and, get our money, get our bag of loot, and come home, and not have to do any more fighting. So I just really think that Vietnamese women are wow, just a good choice. Sorry, that was Nia calling me. I really think that Vietnamese women are a good choice for anyone looking to actually find a mate, a lifetime mate. And I'm going to be talking more about that later. But if there's anything here that you agree with or you want to discuss, put it down in the comments. Otherwise, please leave a like, subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Deuces. Hi! I was making a video. Yeah, I was making a video, so I had to finish it before I could talk to you. Um, oh, I just did a follow up to my video about was this still going? It's still recording. Oops.